Hi everyone! You'll have to forgive the lighting in this video because once again we're in the depths of autumn and the light has just disappeared before I had a chance to film, so I've come into my living room because there's a little bit better lighting, but again I'm surrounded by, as you can see, every lamp that I own in order for you to see what's going on. So that's the beginning of this video. So yeah, for today I am going to be doing the what's in my bag tag, just because I've been finding it so interesting looking at everybody else's, and I think women's handbags are really interesting, aren't they? They're so cool. I think men kind of go on about how they don't want handbags and how it's you know, there's such a waste of time, but then all of a sudden you go out and they want to put absolutely everything in your handbag. So I think that we're really lucky that we can actually have them. So I am going to show you what's in mine. So my bag, I don't know if any of you have that problem where you just can't lift it. This is my bag. I don't know if you can see it in this lovely lighting. It's my ultimate favourite bag. I got it in River Island. Well, actually not this one. This bag has an interesting story. I got this type of bag a couple of years ago and I really loved it. I loved it so much that I used it to death. And it did actually die on me. The handle broke and I was kind of holding on to it for dear life, not wanting to let it go, and I fixed the handle when it snapped with some invisible thread and tied it up. No one would have known, but I knew, and I felt really sorry for it. I was really flogging it to death. And then the lining got ripped and it was so infuriating because I just kept losing everything. I'd go to try and find my mobile phone and it had vanished, and then I'd think, oh my god, I've been robbed. And then when I actually looked, it had fallen in the lining, and it just went on and on and on like that. Money, my keys, just everything. So I had to just bite the bullet and let it go, and it was really sad. And then almost by accident I was looking on eBay, and there, lo and behold, was actually the bag. So I bidded for it, and I was really lucky. I won. I was just over the moon. I could not wait for it to be sent to me, and then it got sent to me, and now I have it back. And there's no need for invisible thread, and the lining's all lovely. It's a lovely colour. It's a lovely kind of baby pink colour with mock snakeskin detail, and it's really great. The reason I love it is because you can have it over your shoulders like this, or it does have a strap that goes across the body as well, which is really handy if I'm out shopping and I need to have my hands free and everything without doing that awkward jerky thing with your shoulder. So yeah, it's really great for that. And River Island, I just love their little tag on the front there. So we'll go in the bag. Let's have a look. Put it there, it'll be easier. So I'm just going to grab at random and see what comes out. In the side pocket I have my phone, which is pretty interesting, I'm sure. It's obviously just as important as everybody else's phone. I'm actually getting an upgrade this week and I'm so excited about it because I've had this for 2 years and it's got a really cracked screen because I accidentally dropped it. And I'm upgrading on Wednesday, I think. I'm getting the new Samsung S4, so I'm really excited about that. Just make sure that this is on silent because I don't want anyone to interrupt. What else do I have in here? I have a lot of stationery. Lots and lots of pens and pencils. Which is because I have to take my diary with me, which are, I've actually got 2 diaries at the moment, which are here, and that's for so I can write in appointments when people ring up for me to book them in for their hair. I'm on 2 at the moment because one of them ends, I think, the middle of this month, but I have to take the one that goes on from there because you can only, I think it's they last for 3 months, these diaries. So I can only book 3 months in ahead really, so I have to kind of do a changeover. When one's running out I have to bring the other one because if people want to book in advance then I have to know that it's there. So I'm carrying around a library of diaries at the moment, but at least I've got all these lovely pens and pencils to write in. I should only have one of each. I should have a pencil and a pen, but what happens is I lose them or they go into the bottom of the bag and I can't be bothered to search for them, so I just pick another one up off the side, and then I end up with the entire load of stationery in my bag. So I really should start being a bit more organised and make sure that I just take one of each. Right, next up, another book. I actually did a post about this on my blog the other day. We went into, where did I get you from? I think it was Wilkinson, and I just love notebooks. I'm really, really sad about it. I love them to write lists in. I like them to write ideas in. I'm always jotting things down, or if I think up something, I write a little bit of poetry and stuff like that. Nothing good. It's just, if I'm sat daydreaming, then something will come to me, so I'll write it down. And having notebooks handy to write them in is absolutely brilliant, especially doing the blog now, because if I get an idea for that, then I'll write it in so I can't forget about it. Or if I'm watching and reading everybody else's and I see something that I really think is cool, then I'll write it down and think, oh, I could do something like that. So I got this one. This is kind of like a satin finish. It's really, really pretty, and it was something really stupid, like 75p or something, from Wilkinson. Their stationery is brilliant. So yeah, if you're a stationery buff like me, then go into Wilkinson and have a bit of fun. Next up, another book, the library. I got this yesterday actually. I always like to have a book around, because if I'm waiting for a client to turn up, or if I have to get the bus on the rare occasion, then I need something to keep me occupied. And sometimes it's nice to just switch off from your phone and read something and get your imagination really going. So this is The Christmas at the Cupcake Cafe by Jenny Colgan, and I bought this because I actually read her last one, which is on the back here, which was Christmas at Rosie Hopkins' Sweet Shop. I know they sound really, really childish titles, but they're not. They're really lovely little books, and they make you feel quite festive, and they're just beautifully written, and the covers are always really, really pretty. And yeah, it's easy reading. You don't have to really think about it, but it just makes you feel warm inside, and I love books like that, because they just make you feel so happy and nice and carefree. So anything that will do that when I'm having a really busy day running around doing people's hair is fine in my book. See what I did there? So what next? I always feel a bit like Mary Poppins when I go into my handbag. I expect to bring out, lamp. As if I could fit a lamp in here. Next up, Tic Tacs. The reason that I've got these at the moment is not only are they 1 calorie, which is always good, they taste really, really good and leave you feeling all fresh and clean and lovely, but also I'm actually giving up smoking, which is a real big thing, and I'm so happy because it's going really, really well. And I'm sure that half of it is down to this, because I've done it cold turkey. And the reason that I've done it is for my health mainly, but also because of finances, and it's a horrible, yucky thing to do, and no one should be doing it. It's horrible. So to help myself, rather than using all of the paraphernalia that's around at the moment, like you can have those e-cigarettes and the nicotine gum and the patches and things like that, I didn't want it, because I always feel like the best way to do it is to go cold turkey and just get it out of your life, because if you have anything like that, then you're still addicted to something. It works for a lot of people. I really admire anybody that can give it up, but for me, I really want to just get completely and utterly off of the whole thing. So Tic Tacs have been my little saviour, and they're really handy. If I feel like I'm getting a little bit wound up and I need a cigarette, then I take one of these and I pop it in my mouth, and then I feel much, much better. Next up, my little purse. In here are my little monthly people. If you're a girl, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They're very handy, especially in cases of emergency, and I keep them in my bag just so that I don't get caught short. And the reason that I've got it in my little purse here is because I don't think I can count the amount of times that I've been out and this little person has decided to roll out of my bag when I've dropped it on the floor, and it's always been at the most inopportune moment. Say if you're meeting a friend for lunch, or if you just pop it down on the bus by your seat or whatever, or just on your lap. That's what I normally do. I put it on my lap, my bag flops, and then whoosh, it's all out there for everybody to see. And I know that I'm a woman and that it's obvious that I have that sort of thing going on every month, but I don't really want that sort of thing out there on the bus in front of everybody to see, which is ironic because I'm showing it now on YouTube, but it's in a pretty purse, so it's fine, and it's very discreet, and it just makes sure that I don't have any embarrassing moments in public. So next up is my purse, which is this one here. This is LYDC London. I must admit, I'm absolutely terrible when it comes to brands unless it's for makeup, but I saw this and I really loved it because it looks like it's been tattooed, and again it's the kind of faux snakeskin effect, and it's just really pretty, and it kind of opens up, it unfolds, and then you've got all the great compartments that you need in order to keep everything nicely sectioned and organised. It's getting a little bit ripped now, which is a bit sad, but I think that happens with purses. You use them every day, don't you? And they get jostled around in the bag, so it's just going to happen. But I really love it, and actually, if I'm going on a night out and I don't really want to take a whole bag with me, or if we're just going to the cinema or something, then I'll just take it like this because it looks like a little clutch bag. I think it was a real bargain as well. I think it was something like £12 from TK Maxx or something, so I was really pleased with that. Nail file. Can't be without one of those, especially if you're a bit bored or you snag your nail. I've done that, it's horrible. Paracetamol. Paracetamol is brilliant because I'm quite prone to headaches, especially if I'm on a bit of a stressful day. So I always keep a little blister pack of them in my bag to rescue me in case I start to get a little bit ouchy. Impulse body spray. I do like perfumes. I absolutely adore my perfumes. Some people are kind of wine connoisseurs. I am a perfume connoisseur. I absolutely love perfumes, but I don't like taking the bottles out with me. I'll be known to take a little tester sample with me if I want to, but ultimately these are really good, and they're cheap as chips, and their scents are pretty nice as long as you don't use too much, because then I find them a bit overpowering. When you're working in close proximity with people, you want to know that you smell nice, so these are really good for that. And this is a lovely smell. This is the Very Pink smell, which is roses and grapefruit, and I've had so many compliments on this, and I think it was only, it's about £1.99, something like that, from Superdrug. It was really cheap, so I keep a bottle of that always handy just in case. Keys, wouldn't be without them, otherwise I couldn't use my car or get in my house, which would be a bit silly. Comb, I have to have a comb. Mostly because I'm a hairdresser, wouldn't be very good, but also because I have a fringe, and if it's on a windy day then it tends to stick up and go a little bit kind of something about Mary, so I just use this to kind of keep it tamed and happy and in place. Plasters, I have to have plasters because there are rare occasions, I say rare occasions, that's a lie, it's quite frequent, where I will be chatting away to my clients, or they will move their head unwittingly and I will end up slicing my hand. So I have to keep plasters on me just so that I don't scare anybody and walk around looking like something that's been attacked by the Grim Reaper. Now we get on to lip products. I have so many lip products in my bag. Every day, it's like every day I'll put something on and then I'll chuck it in my bag because I think, oh, I want to top that up, and by the end of the week I've got the whole week's worth of colours that I've used in my bag. Look at that, it's another pencil. Really have to get away from the stationery thing. Right, so first up, we'll go with this one. We've got the Clinique Chubby Stick. I absolutely love this. I think it's Rimmel that have something that's really similar, but I tried them and I always go back to the Clinique one because they just feel a lot more moisturising. This one is the watermelon one, and it just goes on so nicely. It doesn't look like a lipstick, it doesn't look like a lip gloss, it's kind of a moisturising balm but with a good pigment to it, and it doesn't feel like there's anything on my lips at all, which is lovely, and it's a really subtle colour, and it's great if I'm doing a kind of natural makeup day and I just want a nice nude shade. Next is the MUA lipstick. I actually did I think it was my last video I did about MUA products, and this is the one that I showed in it. It's shade 15, and it's a really, really pretty baby pink colour. Yeah, actually I should do swatches, shouldn't I, so that you can see. That's that one. I don't know if you can see it in that light. I know it's really bright, but that's the MUA one. I'll do one of the chubby sticks so that you can see it. This is the watermelon. So it's just that one that it's just so lovely. It feels like a moisturiser. It's really, really smooth. Next up, I've bought a set from Benefit of lip glosses, their Glossy Town gift set, and this is the Nude Tude. Have really weird names for their lip glosses, and it's nice. They are a bit sticky, but even though they're a bit sticky, they don't stay on that long. Like that's that one there. I have to keep topping it up over the day, otherwise it doesn't really last, which is a bit annoying, but it's a really pretty one, and they do smell really nice as well. Then, this is the one that I've actually got on today, so there's no point me doing a swatch of it. But this is from Topshop, and I didn't even know they were bringing out a makeup range. I didn't know they had brought out a makeup range, and then I went in there to have a look for a clutch bag, because I think they're always really nice in there. And I just saw this makeup counter and I thought, wow, how have I not noticed this? But to be honest, I'm a curvy girl, so I rarely really go into Topshop for clothes shopping. So I went running over and I got this. I've got another one, another lip colour as well, which I'll do in another video, because I think I'm going to get a whole load of their stuff and then do a review, because I just think they're brilliant. This has been so nice. I love the packaging, because anything Dotty's great. And you can see it's a really, really pretty pink colour, and it's a kind of mixture between being a matte finish and a glossy finish. It's somewhere really nicely in between. I like it, a lip product that makes my lips feel really moisturised and soft, and that's exactly what this does. You have to be careful when you're applying it, because it can come onto the applicator a bit thick. And you have to be careful. You have to kind of wipe off the excess really before you put it on, otherwise it can smudge, go a bit smudgy everywhere. But it stays on really, really well. I've had loads and loads of compliments from it, and I really, really love it. I think it was £7 as well, which is even more of a bargain. Last but not least, I have to have at least one of these in my bag all times, which is the good old chapstick. And the reason that I have this is because my lips can get very dry, especially now that the weather's getting a bit colder. Sometimes you don't want anything on, you don't want colour, you just want to make sure that your lips feel nice, and that's exactly what I use this for. Plus it's strawberry, and it smells of strawberries, and if I'm feeling a bit hungry and I'm on my way home and I've got a while to wait till dinner, I might just pop this on, and then it feels like I'm that little bit closer to food, so it's always good. And finally, now the light's gone. No! How come you've done that? It's just mean. Now people won't be able to see me. 1 minute. I'm getting softbox lighting. And you don't have to worry about all this. Oh, you can kind of see me. So the lights just decided to completely and utterly desert me, but I've managed to improvise, so I'm back. I'm near the end of the bag as well, which is also good. I'm talking to the lamp because I'm worried that it's going to fall down on me. I think this is actually the last item. Is it? Yep. It is, and it's my favourite item, which is why I've left it till last. It's my lovely vintage compact mirror, and the reason that I love this, oh, you can see what I'm doing. The reason I love this is because it's vintage. I got it in an antique shop about 2 years ago. I I've been trying to work on building up a collection of compact mirrors, but I haven't been able to do it of late. I think it's just because I haven't actually been to any antique shops that much because I've been really busy with work. But I have about 10 in my collection so far, but this is my favourite because it's gold and it's Art Deco, and it still smells of the powder that should have been in there at some point, and it's a perfect mirror for doing my lipstick in, and for just doing little top-ups over the day and making sure that everything is where I put it in the morning. So, and you know, it's got lots of scratches on it, but that kind of adds to the character really. They don't make compacts like this anymore, and the hinge is still really good on it, so I am chuffed with that and I wouldn't part it for the world. Yeah, so that was my what's in a bag tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you could leave any comments in the box below, then that would be wonderful. I'll leave the link to my blog as well, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!